Woo! It's a new season on Panoptic Chopsticks Show. It is summertime, that's right.
And then I'll finally do what frozen things do in summer!
There's only one thing that we love more than eating food with chopsticks, and that's photography.
Hey Steve, I wrote a new theme song. You want to hear it?
No, not at all. Hey, this is our brand new summer season here at the Panoptic Chopsticks Show, where we have a little bit of fun and talk about a little bit of photography every single week.
Yeah, but we have a special announcement because the start of our new season means we have someone special joining our team.
We have someone very special.
Yes.
In fact, hey Jack, are you down there? Jack, can you come up here for a second?
We're a little bit hungry there, Jack.
Gentlemen, sushi?
Thank you, Jack. Thank you so much.
We'd like to introduce our new member to the Chopstick team, our intern.
He is our summer intern. That's right. Jack is here. He's a jack of all trades, doing all kinds of Jack things, and he's just an all-around great guy. But you'll see him on some of the episodes, but most of the time he's going to be working in the background underneath it all.
That's right.
In fact, Jack,
making us look good.
Thank you so much. Let me just pay you off here.
But before you go,
yes, Jack. But before you go,
we would like to present you with the giant chopsticks and make you an official Chopstick Guy member.
Yes.
You may now refer to yourself as a Chopstick Guy.
Thank you, Jack.
Gentlemen.
Goodbye, Jack.
We are so excited about this summer season.
Totally.
It just so many big things coming up.
It is. But before we do that, we'd like to ask a huge favor from each one of you to go ahead, stop this video right now, and just hit the subscribe button. We want you to be part of the Panoptic Chopsticks family throughout this whole season. You want to be able to catch every single episode, every moment of excellence, and every time Mark samples sushi, you want to make sure to catch it. So please subscribe. So go ahead and stop that video. If you don't stop it, just remember to hit it at the end if you're not already subscribed to our channel. So what do we got going on this summer, Mark?
Well, we're excited because a lot of you have been following the show, but hopefully you know we actually do live workshops.
We do.
And we have some amazing workshops, some opportunities to come and hang out with the Chopstick guys, eat some sushi with us, and maybe learn a few things.
Yeah, and so we're really excited about some of the things that are coming up. We've got a portrait building workshop coming up early next month.
In the Sacramento area.
In the Sacramento area.
It'll be a great time.
And then the one that we're super, super pumped up about is our Los Angeles workshop. Tell us a little bit about that.
We're going to head to Southern California. We are taking our lighting workshop, our lighting master's class. Now, this is different than any class you've ever taken because this is not just us telling you where to put a light.
Yeah.
This is telling you how light works, how your camera works.
The magic of light.
If you have never fully understood flash photography, this is the class for you.
Yep.
Even if you've been using your flash for a long time, we're going to teach you things that you probably didn't know. So if you're down
in the Los Angeles area, even if you're not, make sure to be there. We are renting, it looks like right now, an incredible loft location to do this.
Yes.
It's going to be one of those workshops that will be a great introduction to the Chopstick guys if you don't know us. But man, it's gonna be killer. What else we got going on?
Coming up really quickly, we're actually heading over to the Reno area for the Cheetah Run. I'm excited because I've known about this for about 15 years, and I've always wanted to go, and it finally worked out this year that we're going to meet some friends. All of you are invited to Reno, Nevada, to the Animal
It's not a workshop. It's more just a meetup where we're getting together a bunch of photographers and going out for the day shooting. We'll have some lunch beforehand, but it's going to be a great, great time.
Yep. Not to mention, we also will have a 1 or 2 trash the dress sessions this year, workshops. You ever seen this picture?
Which are what?
You're going to get a bride that's going to be standing out on a river, a creek, water, beautiful flowing dress. You're going to get images that a lot of people go, well, why would you do that? If you're a wedding photographer, you want to stop people dead in their tracks, you put that picture out and people are going to go, oh, these look beautiful. What
it's
is
one
that?
of those funny big words, juxtapose, right?
Juxtapose.
You put a beautiful bride out in an unusual situation and it makes that wow type picture. So we'll be doing that, teaching some lighting while we're out there too, because we can do some really creative stuff.
We have some concerts coming up that we're actually doing as the Chopstick guys.
We're not doing the concerts.
We're actually shooting the concerts because we do.
Though you did some great ukulele playing earlier, but
I know. But for whatever reason, they don't let me up on stage to play. We're going to actually be filming us shooting a live wedding.
Yep. We got
so we're going to
that
give wedding tips on one of our shows, and you will actually see a real wedding at a Napa winery as it's happening.
Yeah.
So that'll be fun.
Yeah, all kinds of cool stuff. But here's the one that I think makes us most happy.
That's right.
Not eating sushi, but going on vacation. So that's kind of what we're talking about today, is we're talking about not just travel pictures and travel photography. Everybody talks about that. But what do you do about the family vacation and taking pictures? You know?
Yes. How do you make great photos with your family?
Yep.
How do you speak when you eat wasabi?
Wasabi.
Wasabi.
So basically, one of the things that we're going to teach too is that every time you take a picture, you don't say cheese anymore. As one of the Chopstick followers, you say sushi. That's right. So it's all about the sushi. But we're going to teach you how to deal with family pictures, what to bring, what not to bring on family vacations, and we're going to go from there. Maybe it's a good time that we just head on out and
let's go on our photo walk.
Take a little photo walk.
Let's head somewhere, local destination, and we'll give you some examples of some things that we think will help you on your vacation.
I'm taking this with us.
All right, let's take it with us, and let's head on out. Come along with us. So can you believe it? This is our first day of summer.
That's right.
And we're wearing jackets.
In fact, the same jacket that I wear all winter.
Yeah, well, that's just kind of what it is with, vacation time, is the fact that these are the kind of places you end up, and the weather is very unpredictable.
Yep.
So here's kind of our first, not tip, but kind of our first thought is the fact that when you're on vacation, you need to think about what kind of photos are you taking? Are you taking, we used to talk about this scale, the type scale.
Right.
Are you shooting art, or are you shooting a snapshot, or are you shooting something in between? And I think most of the time on vacation, we're shooting snapshot to something in between.
Yep. Sometimes we create magic, but I mean, really it's their memory makers, right? That's what we're capturing most of the time.
So I think the biggest thing is just to remember, what are you doing? If you're thinking you're going on vacation to capture art, that's going to make a big decision on our couple of tips that we're going to give you as far as what kind of equipment to take.
Right.
So, but I'm finding out that most everything we do is going to be from that middle of the scale to the snapshot side when it comes to.
And don't feel bad about it.
No, because it's vacation.
Yep.
If you're worried about taking pictures, it's not fun. So think about that type scale.
Yep, exactly. So, when you're out here on vacation and you're at some of these spots that just have beautiful scenery and maybe an iconic house or building, it's always good to start out with an establishing shot for your vacation pictures. Just think of it like you're at Disneyland and you've got you walk through the main gate and there's the Mickey Mouse head that's all the nice flowers, and you pull the family together and you take that shot. Now that's a shot that millions of people have. I mean, thousands.
Yeah.
At least, well, probably millions.
But it's important to have because it starts your story.
Right, it starts the story. So that's what we're doing, is we're establishing this. So right now we're here at the mine location here at Empire Mine. We're using the house as our establishing shot. And what I'm talking about is before you start getting into the details of taking all the really cool, intricate pictures, I mean, there is so many neat things to shoot here.
Yeah.
That this is where I want to start my story, just with kind of the big overview. Here we are at Empire Mine. Here's the iconic house. So we just shot that. We're going to start moving around and maybe shooting some more of the detail shots, but this establishes the beginning and the presence of where we are. So that's what you always want to look for, is that first establishing shot anytime you're out there.
All right, let's take some shots.
Yep.
So here's one of my favorite tips. This is something my friend Dan taught me years ago when we were traveling in Mexico. And that is, we go to a cool location like this and we tend to want to take a picture of everything there except for the people that we're with. So my big tip for you is, every time you go on vacation, try to put someone in a picture of every location. So what I'm going to do is, let's have you, Steve. You ready?
I am.
Oh, check out that door right there.
You are a door fan. But I think that's probably going to be an okay picture, but even more than the door, I'm looking at that door knob, right? So it's cool. I like the details, and this is what I think is fun about doing vacation photos, is there's always so many times that you can get great details. So check out this doorknob. I'm going to take a shot of it, getting kind of close, zoom in. And I just love the way this looks with these beads coming down the side, the knob. It's a cool thing. I'm always looking for those details in vacation because no matter where you are, you're gonna see them. So Mark, like you took a picture of that door, it looked great. But when you go into the details, actually give that a try.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, it's really cool. So those are always a fun thing, is just checking out the details. Mark, what are you doing back there?
Hey, it's vacation, you know. Sometimes you just have to stop and smell the roses. You're gonna be shooting much longer flowers.
I like my flower pictures. But you know what I'm noticing as I'm taking these pictures? All these other flowers are actually kind of distracting to this one that I'm taking pictures.
I'm sure.
Let me see your coat. No, I don't want your coat. Bring your coat over.
Okay.
You gotta help me.
I know what you want.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use your coat as a little buffer in between. So what I'm doing is simply creating this black background, taking the exact same picture, and now I've isolated that flower completely separate. Check it out. It looks pretty cool.
It looks cool.
Compared to that. So always just think of how can I maybe isolate a subject to bring out the detail of the exact subject that I'm looking for. So that can be used on vacation or not vacation, but I think when you're on vacation, you're relaxed, and you can just think of how can I do things that I wouldn't normally do, and that's one of those things.
You don't necessarily need a black jacket. You could use anything.
Use anything, but that's another idea that I have for just going out on vacation shooting detail.
Nice.
So Mark, I know we hate using straps.
Yes.
Right? That's one of our biggest things. And I know I'm being on vacation.
Yeah. Summertime, it's time to be strapless.
It's always time to it's time to go strapless. But one of the things that's helped us on vacation and just in general in photography is what?
Has been our spider holsters.
Yes.
As you notice, we're just walking hands-free. It gives us an opportunity to interact with people. When I'm on vacation, I normally have my kids with me. Now I can either hold hands, I can hold a beverage, ice cream
nice,
cone,
cool beverage.
because I'm just always eating on vacation. But these spider holsters have been amazing. They're at my side, ready to go when I need it.
So even when your hands are free and you need something like chopsticks.
You mean like these?
Exactly. Just like that. So, you know, I know we've been joking around a lot here, but this truly has made all the difference in the world in saving my back on vacation,
Yes.
saving my arms, saving my kids' head from when I'm using the strap and it's whacking them back and forth.
Swinging.
But, man, you guys you have to get a spider holster. We actually will have a link below in the show notes, but talking about spider holster and there's even a discount code we can get you. But, man, this has made all the difference in the
It
world.
does. I hate straps around the neck.
It's one of my biggest vacation tips. So there you go, spider holster.
Remember when we said a lot of times in vacation pictures, we're not shooting art, we're shooting snapshots, we're recording what we saw. This is a great tip. See this beautiful bush right here? Look at how big the flowers are. Can you imagine going home trying to explain how big that bush was? Here's one thing you can do. A few lessons back, we talked about a thing called scale. What I'm gonna do is ask Steve to stand next to the hydrangea bush, and I'm gonna put him in the photo for scale so that when I get home, it's easier to explain how big that bush really was. I am so scared. I just shot a picture at 4,000 ISO.
Don't be scared of high ISO, even on vacation. You know, our modern cameras can take very, very good pictures, even at high ISO. In fact, this scene that we're in a mine shaft on a mine cart, and it's really dark in here just with some incandescent old-fashioned light bulbs. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set my camera to 6400 ISO, and I'm gonna fire away. I'm at 2.8, about 100th of a second. And it actually looks great. You know, it may be a little bit noisy at 6400 ISO, but I captured the memory that I wouldn't normally get. And that's what I'm gonna tell you. This vacation pictures are all about memories, not just about creating masterpieces. But go ahead and don't be scared, like my good friend Mark here was, of high ISO, because it's not that scary. I gotta get the door. Hey, can you grab the door? All right, so we're ready. We're ready to go here on our vacation. And I guess, you know, I've got my stuff here. So really the whole thing is, I just want to tell you, don't pack so much stuff when you're going on vacation. Start out just real simple. Mark, you even got something, you got a better choice there.
We're just going on a trip. This is all you need.
It's really about just carrying something that's light. You know, you don't need all this gear with you and weigh yourself down. This is vacation. This isn't work. So don't make your vacation a job. Enjoy it.
That's right. This is all you need is a camera and a good lens, and that's all you'll need.
All right.
Fortunate questions.
All right. Let's see.
Today we're going to pick a random one here.
That was good. We had a fortune cookie buffet.
That's right. And let's have you break that open and find out what a question of the day is.
Question of the day says, as you're going to chomp that, my daughter is 7 years old.
Congratulations. I have a 7-year-old.
Oh, by the way, this is from Fred from Salinas.
Ooh.
Salinas, I don't think we've had any viewers from Salinas yet, but obviously we do have some. Thank you, Fred, for
Great to know we have friends in
It
Salinas.
says, my daughter's 7 years old. How young is too young to start taking pictures? Good question. Interesting question.
7.
7. Way too young. Forget it. Just blow her off. Don't have her touch any of your equipment. You don't want that. No. I think that's awesome. If she is interested at 7.
Exactly. And you know, it's funny because kids they're growing up today with smartphones. And so it's just natural for them to do that. My 7-year-old, so we went to Death Valley last year. She had a blast taking photos.
With the phone or with camera?
I gave her a little Nikon 1, and she just snapped away. It was fun to watch her take, but Dad, look what I got, look what I got. So we did that, and you know, right now she's not that interested in taking pictures, but at that time she was.
I had the same situation. So my daughter was 8, and we were up at Lake Tahoe. I had 2 cameras with me, and I said, hey, Amanda, just take this camera. And she's like, really? I mean, Amanda's pretty small, and this camera looked like it was bigger than her head, but I was actually blown away with the stuff she captured. And same thing in India, right? So we've told you guys that we were in India last October teaching kids photography. We're blown away with what students and kids, and these were junior high kids.
Yeah, out of like 25 kids, we probably had like 3 that didn't get it. Yeah. That's all.
The rest of them did, and some of these pictures were National Geographic ready. I mean, they were that stinking good. Yeah. So 7 years old, not too young. I don't think any age is too young. If they can grasp some of the concepts, get them started early, and by the time they're in junior high, by the time they're in high school, maybe take part in a high school photography class.
Yeah, they'll be ahead of everybody else.
Masters in photography. So that is a great question. Thank you, Fred. Yeah. Appreciate that. And as always, please send in your questions to us directly here on YouTube. YouTube could be part of our fortunate question.
Right. We will cram your question.
We will cram your question in a fortune cookie.
Our new intern will bake.
That's right.
We'll bake questions into the
Jack
cookies.
spends all his days just baking fortune cookies nonstop. So thank you, Jack, for your service to the fortune cookie.
Yes, and thank you,
Fred.
Fred from Salinas.
Talking raw. Talking raw.
Well, I'm excited about this Talking Raw segment today because I get to eat some more sushi.
You get to eat sushi and I get to eat.
You get to do the introduce the tip for today.
Yes.
And so, this tip is also Lightroom, and I'll show you it in Photoshop.
It's both. It's good for both.
Take it away.
So we were down in over in the Eastern Sierras, and actually down in Death Valley, and we stopped in this town called Darwin, which, if you ever get a chance to stop down there, will kind of blow you away. It's like a kind of a creepy place. It's got 40 people living in it right now, but
kind of a ghost town, kind of a
weird place. But they have a lot of great photo opportunities. So we were down there, and I saw this amazing picture of this truck. I saw that in my head. I saw this amazing picture of this truck. It was a bright yellow truck with a blue sky in the background. It just looked cool. So one of the things we're going to talk about today is camera profiles. Now, when you're in Photoshop or you're in Lightroom, the systems both have camera profiles. Now, your camera is set up with a profile automatically. It's standard. Most of us have it set on. Sometimes it can be neutral, vivid, whatever you like, but all these different profiles. One thing I found in the Adobe products, whether it's Lightroom or Photoshop, is that if you go in and you set your profile for what your camera is, the pictures look amazing. They actually look much better than I think than the Adobe profile. So what we want to do is we actually go right in. Go ahead and sample some sushi.
You made me a believer of this when we were in India. You actually showed me this.
Yeah, we played around with it a lot because it was so colorful in India. So what I'm going to do is I have Lightroom open right now, and I've got my picture of the yellow truck up. And simply I'm going to take my right panel, which is my develop module, and I'm going to go all the way down to the bottom. And by doing that, I get into the camera calibration. Okay. And there's a little tab that says process, and you just leave it on the current process, 2012. And then there's a profile tab. Now, if I click on that profile tab, I can pull down and I see all the different profiles that I have for my camera. Now, I usually just like to go right straight to camera standard, and watch this. When I do this, now the yellow got yellower. We're actually more true to what I saw with my eyes. The sky cleaned up. The ground looks perfectly exposed too. So I just like the way that looks. Now,
it seems to give you a better starting point.
Yeah, I think so. So you can even change these around. You know, sometimes I'll mess around and say, what does this look like in the vivid portrait? Well,
that yellow really
pops, but maybe it's too overcooked, right? So it's really simple to do. And I noticed if sometimes I even set it on maybe the neutral setting or the flat setting, it just gives you a nice tone. That if I adjust my blacks up, I can do some cool things. But that's how you do it in Lightroom. And I actually do that for every single picture that I do in Lightroom. And it makes a big difference.
It makes a huge difference.
Really
I started doing that in India, and I can't believe it just gave me a quick starting point.
Yep.
So
it
is
in
also
Photoshop.
available in
I'm gonna
Photoshop.
eat the sushi
It's
oil.
actually available in Adobe Camera Raw, which is part of Bridge, part of Photoshop. So when you bring up a raw photo inside of Camera Raw, you're going to get this panel. Eat sushi very often there? And so what I'm going to do is I actually have my list of icons here of all my panels also. And I'm going to go right over here to this camera. See, it says camera calibration. I'm going to click on that. Same thing. I'm going to leave it on this 2012 current process. And then I'm going to come right down here. See, we have this little thing about, I think Photoshop is better than Lightroom. Well, guess what Lightroom or what Photoshop has?
What does
Lightroom
Photoshop
doesn't.
have?
I have the same profiles, but I also have a version 2 of every one of those.
That's because they needed an extra because the first wasn't good enough.
No, because they said this is for the people who kind of want to just do it, but this is for more advanced users.
Yes.
So no, but what we're going to do is I love when I'm doing a landscape, switching this to the not camera neutral. Landscape version 2. You can see all of a sudden my colors got more saturated. My shadows, they deepened, but I didn't lose any definition. Just everything just seems to like go, wow, that's a great place to start. Now I can do my normal editing from that point. So if you have not used camera profiles, do it.
Do it.
There's no reason not to, because it just helps you.
And it automatically pulls in the right profile based on your file, so based on your camera.
It's no different than going and getting a picture printed and then saying, oh, I don't want to use the profiles for that printer. No, use the profiles. People that are smarter than us have made this
That was
process.
some spicy sushi today.
It really is.
My mouth is actually
great. So
it was
give
heavy
us
on the wasabi.
a little food for thought. So now that we're talking about
My
food
for
again,
thought is that was some spicy sushi. Food for thought. I thought, well, this is what I think. I think I am totally excited about this season show. We finished 15 shows for our spring season, coming into summer season, another 15. And we've got some incredible shows planned, some incredible workshops that we're going to be filling. We got our brand new intern who is just a whiz kid. I mean, he does fantastic. So we're really excited to have him. He'll be doing some on-camera stuff too, but mostly he's going to be doing all of our production.
And I'm excited about
super pumped about that.
Things getting better.
And I'm just excited about another season of sushi.
That's right, because you can't get enough sushi. So
no.
When we get done with this, what are we going to do?
We're going to go to sushi.
Go to sushi. Exactly. So it has been a great spring season. Again, I look forward to the summer season. My food for thought is don't take photography too seriously.
Don't.
Just go out and enjoy it. Have fun. Don't forget to put people in your pictures. Don't forget to use some of the tips that we showed you today on our photo walk. It's just, again, I keep looking back at old photos. You know the photos I care about?
The ones that people.
The ones that have people that I care about. So that's my biggest tip for today. And my food for thought
just another food for thought.
Every time you go somewhere, the people that are with you, make them get in the photo.
What we really realized, again, being out there on our photo walk today was just what you said. It's not creating the masterpiece for vacation photos. These are not travel photos. Travel photos and vacation photos are two different things. Vacation photos are all about the family, having a great time together, and the memories that you're building. You can take a masterpiece while you're on vacation, but you just feel good when you're out there taking those family pictures and looking back. You say, "Oh, I remember that time. Remember the time you tripped over the rock and you hit your head?"
Exactly.
Whatever it is. But there's fun things. So
that's right.
Awesome.
Or you stepped too deeply in the mud and filled your boot up with mud.
Oh, I know some of it.
Did that. All right. So that was a great show today. What we'd like you to do again is like and subscribe. We love doing what we're doing.
Yes, we do.
And we want to continue making.
And we can't do it without your help.
So we need your help to like and subscribe.
All right, everybody, have a great week. Thanks for joining us here on the Panoptic Chopsticks Show. We will see you next Tuesday where we bring you incredible tips, tricks, and fun with photography.
That's right. Now that we have an intern, you better eat some more sushi
That's right,
before he
gets
comes
there.
in and gets it all.
All right, have a great week, everybody.
We'll see you later.
We want to welcome you to our YouTube channel. That's right, the Panoptic Chopstick channel, where we are bringing fun to photography.
Hey, we want to invite you each week to join us on Tuesday, where we put out a new episode of our Panoptic Chopsticks show, where we will give you tips, tricks, interviews with photographers, we'll give you DIY projects to do on your own, and maybe even inspire you a bit.
That's right, including always a little dash of fun. So we want to invite you to go ahead and subscribe and like our channel, where you will get notified every Tuesday of brand new episodes. But welcome to the Panoptic Chopsticks channel.
Come join the fun.